We are on the way to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Look how beautiful is that area. Together with the Church of the Redeemer, a Lutheran church, which is close to here. And if you want to enjoy one of the best view ever, then climb all the way up. I did it a month ago, and it's already open, although the COVID-19 situation. Church of the Holy Sepulchre is the place that Jesus was crucified, died, buried, and of course resurrected. There are two places that mark those events, but this is the main one. Oh, the breeze is amazing. Wonderful weather. Why two places? Because there are differences between Christians themselves, but that place belongs to the Greek Orthodox, Catholic, Armenian, Maronite. I'm sure that I actually forgot some. Ceramic Church, Russian, Pravoslav. And there is another place that established around the 18th century, late at the 18th century, and that is the Garden Tomb. I'm not going to argue which is the correct place. The best thing to do is to follow your heart. Gonna visit that church and this time I think it's going to be, the tour will be long, then you will be able to see almost every part. Mainly because there are not a lot of people now, no tourists. The church might be empty and we will be able to see even more of it. I will try to go to the hidden places that usually tourists are not visiting, mainly because I can. It's not crowded, there's no line, no queue. On the way, I will bless the Jerusalem cross in every place at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. And this time, it will be for a couple. One of them I know, and we started to talk through the YouTube channels of my channel of mine. And if you didn't subscribe yet, this is the time to do that. It's going to be Betty. This is your tour, and EJ. What she asked me to do, and I'm starting to do that lately, is to take a video of the holy sites of Jerusalem together with a cross. This is the cross, but it can be so many different items, but I prefer the Jerusalem cross because this is unique to Jerusalem and it's made of olive wood. I will bless it in each place of the church, and I will explain you about everything. And then, she doesn't know it, Betty don't know it yet, I will ask, I want to send it for you. To you, then you will. I believe that if you already bought something, the energy of Jesus can be stronger if you will bless it at the church. Then let's enter to the church. The facade is mainly from the 12th century. The Crusader, they came to here and conquered it from the Muslims, knew that if they want to build everything as a fortress, it's going to be a problem. Because there are few and the enemy around them are many. Then almost everything that the Crusader built in the Holy Land looks like a Crusader fortress, even that church. We had three churches, three entrances here. You can see the first one and the only one. The other one is closed, and it was closed by Saladin, that didn't know if to destroy it or not, and then he said, I will enjoy the benefit of it by letting the people pay when they enter into the church. Another entrance was from there. This is one of the chapels of the Via Dolorosa. That's where they stripped him from his clothes. Then that church belongs to everyone. For example, this is the Armenian part. Greek Orthodox is above and here as well. And the church was much bigger than the church of today. It been built at the 4th century, 335, by Constantine, and St. Helen, his mother, came to here to bless it as well. But you can see beautiful columns, Byzantine columns, and beautiful entrance. Looks like pillows, isn't it? And about graffiti. There's also graffiti in that church. Some of them are very ancient, but I wanted to see the, oh, here it is, the cross of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. You can see the Golgotha Hill and the cross itself. And above it, you can see graffiti. Let me see if I can show it to you. From, yes, 1389. Amazing, isn't it? So many people are buried in. One of them is one of the lucky guys who signed the Magna Christi. And his tomb is right in front of the church. Let's enter to the church. And the first thing that you will actually smell is the incense, which I love it. This is the Golgotha Hill. You don't believe me? Then let me show you something. Because it sounds like a ramp, it sounds like a podium, but not like a hill that you're expecting to see. Here it is. You can see part of the beginning of the small hill of the Golgotha, the Calvary. On top of it, Jesus was crucified. Then, let me enter through the entrance. This is the exit. This part belongs to the Greek Orthodox. But the entrance is from the Catholic part. We just entered the Golgotha. This is the Catholic part. And this one is the Greek Orthodox part. We saw their chapel, which is to be one of the entrances to the church, and sealed by the Muslims. That's when they stripped him from his clothes. Look at the beautiful mosaic on the wall. Well, you can hear the bell. The ceremony will begin soon. You can hear the log. Until 19th century, Christians couldn't use the bells, then the only way to call the prayers was to knock on the wood. And in their church, we are actually saving ancient traditions together with modern traditions. Then you heard the bells, and you heard them knocking on the wood as well. Although that mosaic wall is new, there is one part which is quite old. Which is right there. That is a 12th century Crusader mosaic of Jesus as the ruler of the world. Here is where they nail him to the cross. One station of the Via Dolorosa. I believe soon that the ceremony will reach here too, then let's wait and see it. Then I'm blasting. See, they're knocking on the wood. And we will wait together because I want you to see who is actually will be here. It's beautiful to see it. Until it will come, that is the Pietà. That is where Mary saw Jesus on the cross, dying. When she was at the Jewish temple, all right, he's coming, then we will stop now. Ceremony, this is a Greek Orthodox monk. The smell of the incense is amazing. Is that going to be the only one? Or maybe not? Are we going to wait? Yes, we are. Meanwhile, look at the beautiful floor of the Catholic. And the other side is Greek Orthodox. And until the other one will come, and it will come soon, when Mary was at the temple, Saint Simon, a priest from the temple, told her that her son will die in front of her eyes. Now look at the Armenian monk is heading to bless the crucifixion place. And want him to bless the cross as well. Is he going to be the last one? Maybe. But I'm still sitting here. Then let's go to the temple. When Jesus was at the temple, when the Holy Family came to the temple, the presentation of the temple, Saint Simon told Mary, your son will die in front of your eyes. It will be like the spear will enter to your heart. Then in that case, soon you will see the spear in the heart of Mary. This is the Pietà. Mary holding the dead body of her son. Now, according to the story, you're supposed to be crucified first and then the Pietà. But that one and that one belongs to the Catholic. This is part of the Via Dolorosa. Look at the ceramic one. And again, I want you to bless the cross as well. This is it. As you see, if there is a sermon here, you will see the rest are doing it as well. And what you saw is Greek Orthodox, and later on was Armenian and Ceramic. The Catholic are not doing it because that is part of their place. Then they will do it later on. Then let me show you the place that of the Pietà, see Mary with the spear in her heart. E.G. and Betty, been blessed. But this is the most important part. This is the Greek Orthodox place, and that's where Jesus was crucified. You can see to the right John, and to the left Mary. While Jesus was on the cross, he asked John to take care of his mother. Here you can see the upper part of the Golgotha. Remember when he died on the cross, it was around 3 o'clock. The earth shook. And it was almost, it was night suddenly. You could see the stars above him. Let's wait in the line. Until she will go, you can see the sin list of Jesus. Jesus from Nazareth, King of the Jews. Right there. In 3 languages. Let us go in to the exact spot of the crucifixion. If you reach your hand here, you will touch the Golgotha. This is the only place that you can touch the bedrock, and I'm doing it now for you, and of course for Betty in Egypt. I can sit here for hours watching the people praying. But until COVID, you couldn't stay here. There were too many people here. Let's leave the Golgotha, the Calvary. But before that, I want you to see what we can see from here. We will talk about it soon. It looks like it's going to be a long video, maybe because I feel the energy. When you're leaving that place, do it slowly. People like to fall here. and we don't want to do that. Oh, the smell is absolutely lovely. This is a beautiful mosaic from year 2000, around it. You can see the Golgotha, we just visited that place. The name Golgotha is you can find it only in the New Testament. Jews and other sources didn't mention that place. Golgotha, it can be the place of the crucifixion, and so many people die there, then you might see some skulls. Some believe that the skull belongs to the first man ever, Adam and Eve, and I uploaded lately a video of it, but people actually started to laugh at me. How can it be? There's so many questions, question marks in everything, but if you believe, why not to believe that he was buried there or moved to here or whatever? If so many people believe in it, don't laugh at it, accept it. Maybe it's not your way, but it's their way. Here you can see that they purified the body of Jesus after the crucifixion. You can see Joseph of Arimathea and Magdalene. We will talk about him soon. John, the disciple. Why John? Because he's got no beard. This is the only one without beard. Mary, the mother. And Mary Magdalene holding her hair. She's the only woman in Christian art that you can see her hair. Then everyone is doing it. Every Jew. They will purify this body. They will cover it with shrouds. And they will bury him in that story in a cave. Why in a cave? Because Joseph of Arimathea was a rich man. He could afford himself to give Jesus his own tomb, which was next to the crucifixion place, according to the book of John. Then we're going to visit the tomb soon, but first, one of the most important energy point in that church is where they purify this body, which is right here. Let's go to the other side. Because of the sun location, belongs to the Armenian, the Catholic, and the Greek Orthodox. And now this is the most important place to bless my souvenirs, and cover it with oil. Mainly because the naked body of Jesus touched that place. That is the anointing stone. Are you ready to go to the tomb? Yeah, of course. Let's do that. On the way, if you didn't subscribe my channel, this is the time to do that. And ring the bell. And you will be able to see the newest videos of mine. I'm trying to upload at least one a day. I hope that I will be able to continue with it. That is the Armenian chapel. That is where the three ladies, according to the Armenians, watched Jesus being crucified. And that is the place that I'm lighting candles for the one who asked me. If you want to know how to do that, go to my description and there's a link for buy me a coffee, and I will do that happily. After that amazing video that I'm doing about the church, I'm going to light candles for the one who asked me. From the beginning of September until October 5. This is the tomb itself. I won't be able to go into the tomb while I'm taking a video. Then I will bless it next to it. The tomb used to be a cave, but that cave been destroyed so many times that not a lot left from that cave. From the entrance, I can show you. I know. I'm doing it for like 20 years now, Father. See, it didn't let me take a video. He actually once gave me a permit. I was the only one here, but usually he is not, then I'm not doing it. You can see the 2 chapels. The first one with the candle is the chapel of the angel who took care that no one will steal the body of Jesus. Behind it, there's another chapel, and that is the tomb itself. For me, I will put that cross right here, and later on, after I will finish the video, I will enter with the cross into the tomb and bless it on top of the tomb of Jesus. But for the video, this is the closest place. Behind us, oh wow, you can hear or you can see the ceremony, but look at the middle. Usually this is the Holy of the Holy. This is usually the place that closed. It's hidden from the disciples. Only the priests enter. And this time it's opened, and let me be quiet for like a minute. I didn't want to disturb the prayer, the ceremony, but according to tradition, see that table behind it, there's a round kind of a table. That is, according to tradition, the center of the word, according to the Greek Orthodox. Now let me show you another tomb here. You know that that structure is new. It's from the 19th century. It's been destroyed a few times. But there is a tomb here from the time of Jesus. It's not Jesus' tomb, but it is from his time. We enter into a chapel in the most important church ever, but doesn't look like it's the most important church ever, isn't it? And still, before someone will come, here there are tombs. And sadly, I didn't bring the flashlight with me, but there are niches in it. And that's how they used to bury the Jews at that time. I mean, rich one. The rest been buried in just in the ground. The idea is to have kind of a family tomb. It was cut in the rock itself, and there were so few niches, let's say 5 niches. And they used to bury the dead. And when the 6th one died, there was no space for him. They opened the oldest niche, koch in Hebrew, and they used to take the bones out, put the bones in a small ossuary, a small box, and then they could bury someone else. It's important for us because of a few reasons. The first one, to show the one who doesn't believe that or don't believe that the church of the Holy Sepulchre is the correct church. I want them to understand that here there are tombs from Jesus' time. Then that place was outside the wall at the time of Jesus. That church was built 400 years after Jesus died, 300 years after Jesus died. In that case, it's the church is new. And think about your city. Your city is, I don't know if your city is 2,000 years ago, but old, but you can understand what will happen to the city. There are cemeteries in Tel Aviv that are now in the center of the city, but it used to be 3 hours walking from Tel Aviv. Today it's part of the city. Then there are tombs here. The second thing that is important for me that you will understand that Jesus was buried in such a tomb, just like that. Now, if that was the garden of Joseph of Arimathea, then whose that tomb belongs to? Because Joseph of Arimathea gave Jesus his own tomb. We believe that that is the tomb of Joseph of Arimathea and maybe Magdalene as well, who actually gave Jesus their own tomb. Now, why that chapel looks like it's been destroyed? Because there are people still fighting who owns that place. At 1808, it actually burned down, just like most of the church. This time, not by the enemies, by the Christians themselves. You can see a little bit of the ash here. And now there's a huge debate who owns it. The Syrianic church, or the Armenians, or you got the message. Until they will find out who holds it, I'm not sure that they will maintain it, which is a little bit sad for me, a little bit. But there is it's beautiful as well, and because it's Joseph of Arimathea tomb, and it's important for us. Let's bless the cross right here. And we just went out of Joseph of Arimathea tomb, and you can see the Jesus tomb as well. That tomb belongs to the Greek Orthodox, and I'm sure that some of you already been in Israel before the pandemic. Then you know that the line was started from here, went all the way around the tomb, and actually went all the way out. Something like 3 or 4 hours. And now there's no line. We reach the Catholic part, another Catholic part of the church. In that place, Mary Magdalene. Jesus, he thought that he was the gardener. That is where Mary Magdalene stood. And that is where Jesus was standing. You see the beautiful modern statue of it here. But I love actually that art. Look how beautiful it is together with the church. The marking stone of the Catholic, there are a few marking stones here, is in that chapel, but it's closed. You can see the Jerusalem cross. And someone asked me about that. Those are the two hands of one of Jesus and one of St. Franciscus, together with the stigmata. It's the symbol of the Franciscans who are keeping the sites of the Holy Land here. You can see different kind of columns, which tells us that it's built in different times. One of them is 12th century, one of them is less than that. We are reaching the prison of Jesus according to the Greek Orthodox, but everyone else are accepting it as well. I mean, think about it. When he reached the Golgotha, he wasn't the only one. You know that he was crucified with another two. Then there was kind of a line. And according to what we know, that is a very good example for one of those prisons. He was tied in his hand. His legs were here in the pit. Then he couldn't move. But EJ, I did it here as well. That cross is made of olive wood and it is solid and heavy. Oh, smell of incense, I love it. You can see Mary and Jesus, beautiful icon. I love icons. Beautiful, isn't it? Look at the agony of Jesus. There are so many Muslims people here. First of all, they believe in Jesus. Jesus for them, he never died. He didn't die on a cross. And he wasn't God. He was a prophet. There are lots of chapels here, but I will choose two, and then we will continue down to the most ancient part of the church. This is Armenian chapel of the Spear. And before we will continue down to the place that he found the true cross and the Armenian chapel, that is another mocking stone. This time belongs to the Greek Orthodox. And usually it's so dark here, but now you can actually see everything. Let's walk down. smell of St. Anne Chapel is amazing. On the way, you will see that there are so many graffitis, some of them of crosses, some of them are from the Crusade time. This is St. Anne Chapel. You can see in 9 cities that have been destroyed by the Ottomans. It's not only churches, cities as well. And Mount Ararat, that used to be part of Armenia, you can see Noach is now part of Turkey. You can see it from the border of Armenia and Turkey, but it now belongs to Turkey. I love that smell. Early morning I did a tour from the church of St. James in the Armenian Quarter to the church of the Holy Sepulchre. It's a beautiful video. All right, let's go in. And let's bless it as well here. Armenians were the first nation who converted into Christianity in 301. Then they actually been here before most of the Christians. That's why they do have ancient traditions here. And that door leads to another important place. Sadly, it's very difficult to go in. And there is a graffiti of a boat there, and foundation of the temple that was built by Adrian or Constantine, Adrian, and later on Constantine of the Roman temple, and then the foundation of that church. The boat said something like that: "We came to visit you, Lord." Maybe it's the oldest sign that used to be the church of the Holy Sepulchre, 2nd century. You can see a lot of crosses all over. And another important Caesar is Heraclius, which brought at 629 the cross that was stolen by the Persian, the truce cross that was stolen by the Persian here to here again. And he was he was Armenian. And in that case, it's very important for the Armenian to mention it. Let's walk down to the lowest place. Usually the lowest place is the most ancient part. And that is where I lit the 33 candles for Betty, and for you as well. Few weeks ago. That belongs to the Catholic. The smell of the incense makes me happy. At the beginning, before Jesus was crucified here, it used to be a quarry that was used by King Herod that built the Jewish temple. You can see here part of the white stone that he used for it. But then he died, and that place belonged to the government. But between the Romans took it, Jews actually buried people in that place, and it was outside the city. There's no quarry inside the walls. And later on, at the 4th century, St. Helen, the mother, found the 3 crosses. One of them was of Jesus, and it was right here, the true cross. And it was used from time to time as a water system. You look at the plaster here. And you can see the bucket holes. But look up here, is the cross here that we found lately. I love that place. And you know, I'm not working for more than 1.5 years now, almost 2 years. And I was lying in my bed. Yesterday it was my mother's birthday. She was supposed to be 85, but she died a little bit more than 1 month ago. And I asked myself what to do. What should I do? I had no energy at all. And I didn't want to lie in my bed. And then Betty, he saved me. He wrote me that email, and I knew immediately that I must visit the city. It's your wedding day with Iti, and this is the best present that I can give you. Let's climb up all those stairs again. And I wanted to see that I made a round tour. Meanwhile, at the description, you will get more information about the church and options to reach me. If you want to ask me questions, you can do that via YouTube. I will be more than happy if you will tell me that you reach that point, because it's already 42 minutes. And I want to know how brave we have here. And you will find my Instagram and Facebook account as well. Then you can help me with questions. If you want to support me, like Betty did, there are a few options. The first one is to light candles, which I'm going to do that after that video. Or to bless the cross or other object and send it to you. It makes me feel like I'm doing something good. Then at the description, you'll find the link for Buy Me a Coffee, and you will see the differences, the options, sorry. We've just been here, and we actually been there too. We started the tour at the Calvary. Last place here is the tomb of Adam. Now we know that around 3 o'clock, which is almost now, he died. Then the earth, remember, shaked, and you can see here the creek, part of it, and the book mentioned that so many people resurrect. One of them, according to the Greek Orthodox, was Adam, the first man ever. True or not, it doesn't matter. It's part of traditions, and in every religion we do have traditions. Then please, don't laugh at it. Accept that tradition with love, please. Let's go out, and you will see that we actually reach the entrance of the church. Yes, I think you know that place. Indeed, we know. Another Israeli group. Then see you in my next video, Betty. Happy anniversary, BJ. Enjoy life. Thank you very much for supporting me.